The other day I did a really thorough at-home spa day. It was like a deep, rejuvenating clean from head to toe, and I also happened to film it, which is what you guys are going to see in this video. So hopefully this gives you some self-care, pamper routine motivation, and even if you don't end up doing anything, if you don't end up having a pamper routine day yourself, hopefully just watching this video is relaxing enough for you. First, I started by brushing my hair with a wooden hairbrush or like a bamboo hairbrush. This just helps to spread the natural oils evenly throughout my hair, and it also helps to stimulate the scalp, which can promote hair growth. I only brush my hair until everything is detangled, so no longer than like 2 minutes. This is day 3 hair, by the way. And I have been oiling my scalp a lot more lately, so I have just been trying out different oils to see which ones I like the best. In this video, I used JVN's pre-wash scalp oil. This scalp oil is sulfate and silicone free. It contains rosemary oil, which is an oil that I really like to use on my hair, specifically on my scalp because it helps to promote hair growth. So after I oiled my scalp, I then did this special pre-shampoo hair mask hair treatment. So the first thing I did for this step is I wet my hair with one of those little spray bottles. I just got it damp. And then I applied the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Hair Mask to my hair in small sections. The hair mask is supposed to go on your hair after you shampoo, but I like to put it on before I shampoo sometimes because it helps to just detangle my hair completely before washing it, which really keeps my hair damage free and just reduces shedding in the shower. I talk about this a lot in my other hair care videos, but when your hair is wet, it's really prone to damage. So by just detangling it before I shampoo, that really helps to make my hair as silky smooth as possible pre-shampoo, which then helps to reduce the amount of damage that I potentially could have gotten in the shower. Then I covered my hair in a damp hair drying towel. This one is the Turby Twist microfiber hair towel, which just helps to almost, like in the most subtle way possible, incubate the hair mask I have going on. And I say like subtly because by no means is this like warm, hair towel going to totally incubate the mask. I mean, it does add a little bit of assistance in the process. So that's why I like to use the warm towel. Next, I did my complete oral hygiene routine because you could have the cutest hairstyle, you could have the cutest outfit, but if you do not take care of your teeth and your breath smells bad, then none of that is going to matter. In my opinion, I know my channel is like centered around hair, but oral hygiene is the number one most important part of my self-care like daily routine. And so of course in my at-home spa day routine, it is going to be the same. So I take this very seriously. And here are my steps to clean teeth and nice smelling breath. So step 1 is to floss. Flossing is one of the most important parts of oral care, but it is often overlooked. To floss, I use the Plackers Micro Mint dental flossers. They are convenient and easy to use. I always rinse the floss after each time that it goes in between my teeth, and then I just continue on and I just keep flossing until there's nothing left on the floss. Once I'm done flossing, then I use a water pick, which helps to rinse away anything that might have been missed with the floss or just anything that's left over after using the floss. I actually have tried to replace floss with the water pick, but it just does not work as effectively as floss at all. This is going to be a little bit like gross, kind of, but I don't know if you guys have ever like gone a long time without flossing and then you floss and it kind of like has a weird smell to it. So I used the water pick for like 2 weeks, and after the 2 weeks I flossed and it did not smell that great. That shows me that although the water pick does a really good job at like flushing out all the stuff between your teeth, I just don't think that it does as good of a job as floss. And for that reason, I just cannot let go of floss. Then I use a tongue scraper. Scraping your tongue helps to remove all of that bacteria that just sits on top of your tongue. One important tip for you guys, if you are going to participate in tongue scraping, is to make sure that you are not scraping your tongue aggressively. I have done that before and it really hurts. Like I don't know, your tongue must be really sensitive or something, because I must have like scraped off some part of my tongue. I have no idea, but it really hurt for the following week. And when you're in the moment, when you're scraping your tongue, it can be very exciting because you're like, wow, I didn't know my tongue was this dirty. Like, look at all this stuff that's coming off my tongue. But then it hurts afterwards. So just be gentle. Don't, get carried away by the sight of all of the stuff coming off of your tongue. A lot of that is just saliva, but it is good to do, especially for making your breath smell good. And then I brushed my teeth. So lately I've been using the Colgate Max Fresh with whitening toothpaste. And one of the main things that I wanted to address with this at-home spa day is my teeth, but specifically trying to make them white again, because I do have some coffee stains on them and like Diet Coke stains. So this toothpaste just helps me to, attempt to lightly whiten my teeth on an everyday basis. And then after brushing my teeth, I used mouthwash, and I used the Listerine Total Care alcohol-free anti-cavity fluoride mouthwash. Another really important big tip for you guys is to always use mouthwash that is alcohol free, because if you use mouthwash with alcohol, it is going to kill too much of the bacteria in your mouth, which is going to make your mouth produce even more bacteria to overcompensate for all of the bacteria that has been lost. And then your breath is going to smell absolutely not good. At Disney World, like at the resorts, they have this mouthwash that has alcohol in it, and let's just say it doesn't work. It's like that scene from SpongeBob. They are making him feel as though they think he's ugly, but really they're reacting to his bad breath. So it is like that. Just don't use mouthwash with alcohol in it. And that was a really long, unnecessary tangent. So let's keep going with the video. And finally, for my oral care part of this spa day, I applied the Crest 3D white strips to my teeth as like a final attempt at whitening them. And then I moved on to taking care of my unwanted facial hair. The first thing I did was I used this nose hair trimmer. This looks very awkward and weird when you are looking at it on the screen, but if you're someone like me who has kind of a lot of nose hairs, then this is actually very useful. If you don't have a lot of nose hairs, then you could just skip this part, but trust me, if you do and it's not something to be embarrassed about, both guys and girls can have this problem, then I definitely recommend you try this out. But don't get all of your nose hairs because they serve a purpose. Sometimes they can just be annoying, like when you're taking pictures. I don't know. If you know, you know. Then I waxed my mustache, and I always use the Sally Hansen wax strips. Nothing really that important to show here. I just rub the wax strips together to warm them up, apply it on my upper lip, and then I pull it off. And then I apply a little bit of oil over that just to soothe it. And then I move on to do my eyebrows. So lately I have been doing my eyebrows at home, and they actually come out looking really good. So I'm gonna show you guys how I've been doing that. Sometimes I just don't feel like going to get my eyebrows done. I don't know. I just am a homebody. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it at home. So here is how I do that. I take tape and I place the tape on my eyebrows so that the edge of the tape lines up with the shape of my brow. Then I just pluck all of the hairs that are outside of the tape, and I do this for each side of my eyebrow. So I think I end up moving the tape like 4 times to make sure that I've plucked and shaped them correctly. Once I'm done with the tape part of this, I just pluck any excess hairs that I didn't get when I was using the tape. The tape is mainly just to create the shape, and then afterwards I just take the tape off and I just pluck everything else. And then I go in and trim some of the eyebrow hairs, and that is it. I think they look really good for having them done at home by someone like me who is not a professional. So after I did my brows, I applied this Kiehl's face oil all over my face, and I moved on to the last step of removing my unwanted facial hair, and that is shaving my face. So I shaved everywhere on my face that I hadn't plucked or waxed. This makes my skin look brighter, smoother. It makes my makeup go on easier. It doesn't make the hair, or should I say peach fuzz, grow back any thicker or darker. The reason why I don't shave my upper lip or my eyebrows is because the hair that I'm shaving is actually called vellus hairs, and they're different from the hairs that are on my eyebrows or the hairs that are on my upper lip. Like the hairs that you see on my jawline and my cheeks and stuff, that is vellus hairs, and they just don't grow back the same as the hairs on my eyebrows. So if I were to shave the hairs on my eyebrows, it wouldn't grow back darker, but you would just be able to notice it more because the hair would have a blunt cut at the tip. So when it's growing back, it is going to look thicker. However, for the vellus hairs, they're so fine. They're like so thin that you can't even see it. And I have been doing this for, I think, 15 years. And you guys can go back to my old videos. It really, for me, speaking for myself here, it does not grow back thicker. So after that, I wiped my face, and then I used these ice globes on my face after shaving. I had these in the freezer overnight, and after taking them out of the freezer, I massaged them over my entire face for 2 minutes. I tried paying special attention to my eyelids and my temples and forehead. So I actually really like these for headaches. I think I was like sick the week before filming this, and I actually used these a lot. They really helped with my headaches and just, I don't know, my sinuses. But in this video, I'm using them for like aesthetic reasons, but still they help with those issues for me at least. And some of the alleged benefits of ice for your skin: ice can apparently help to reduce the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. They can apparently improve skin elasticity and even out your skin tone. Ice can also help to soothe and calm irritated or inflamed skin. If you have sensitive skin though, be careful. Actually, no matter like what type of skin you have, just be careful if you're doing this for the first time. I know for some people it can be too harsh for their skin. So just be aware of that if you are going to try it. But for me, it works really well. So once I was done with the ice globes, then I waited like 10 minutes before taking a shower just so that my skin could, rest, I guess. And when I got in the shower, I washed my hair with the Suave Daily Clarifying Shampoo. This is one of my favorite drugstore clarifying shampoos because it's inexpensive and it does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is to remove buildup. There's no frills. It's just like, it is what it is. It gets the job done and it's inexpensive. So I really like this one. And then I conditioned my hair with the Oribe Hair Alchemy Resilience Conditioner. This is one of the more expensive hair care products that I own. If you look at the price, yes, it is expensive. However, it works really well and I like it. I think it smells really good. I feel like, like I'm having a luxurious spa day when I use it. So I don't use this every time I wash my hair. I literally use it like once a month because it's so pricey, but I like to save it because it's like a little treat. Then I washed my face with the CeraVe. You guys always say it's CeraVe, right? I don't know why I want to say CeraVe. CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. I gently wrung out the water from my hair and I put it up in another Turby Twist hair drying towel. This is a different one from the one I used previously. This one was clean before I continued on in the shower. So I just washed my body with the Necessaire fragrance-free body wash on this exfoliating silicone body scrubber. Although it is called an exfoliating body scrubber, it's actually really gentle and I just love it. It's one of my favorite shower products recently because it's very easy to clean. It's not like a loofah where there's going to be like bacteria building up on it, and it just makes my skin feel really smooth, and I feel like it makes the soap last longer when I'm using it, so I don't have to use as much. And then I used the Waz St. Bart's Scalp and Body Scrub. This body scrub, I love the way it smells. I actually haven't used it for my scalp yet, but I'm I'm really curious to try that. Maybe I will incorporate that in my next video. I don't know, but it works really well and I love it. Then I applied some body oil to my body. This is one of my favorite ways to get really smooth skin in the shower. I just rinsed my skin with a little bit of water after, and then I was done in the shower. By the way, shaving, you guys have seen me shave so many times. I think like every single shower / pamper video, you guys have seen me shave. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna skip it this video. Let's, show something different. Once I got out of the shower, I applied this Biossance Squalene and Hyaluronic Toning Mist. It is a gentle toner, so it works perfectly on my skin after I've shaved. And then I moisturized using the Ordinary's Moisturizing Factors Facial Moisturizer. This is one of my favorite, less expensive moisturizers. I know I was using Creme de la Mer before, and I really like Creme de la Mer, but I kind of just wanted to go back to the Ordinary's moisturizer because it's much less expensive. And I just wanted to see, is it a good dupe for Creme de la Mer? I used to use this moisturizer and I used to really like it. I still really like it. I don't know if it's because of the weather, but my skin has been a little bit more dry after using it compared to Creme de la Mer. So we'll see where I go from there, but that's just what I've been using lately. And then instead of using a lip scrub or something like that, I literally just wiped the dead skin off of my lips with a warm washcloth. This does the same exact thing as a lip scrub for me, as long as I apply some Aquaphor on top, and there you go. That's like the perfect combination for smooth lips. So for the body lotion, I used the Fresh Milk body lotion. This lotion smells amazing and it goes on like butter. It is so smooth. It is so hydrating, yet lightweight, yet somehow creamy. I don't even know how to describe it. The consistency is just perfect. The scent is subtle yet refreshing. I definitely think this is my favorite lotion right now. And that is it for the body care / skincare aspect of my at-home spa day. This last part, I'm showing you my blow dry routine for the at-home spa day. However, I did not film this part on the same day as I filmed all of the other footage in this video because I unfortunately ran out of time. I had to resume mom duties. So I just filmed the blow dry part 3 days later, but I had intended to include it in the same day. So just imagine that I'm filming it the same day. What I did was I brushed out my hair with this wet brush from a Sephora collab that they just did. I love this hairbrush. It is really good quality. It's gentle on my hair. It doesn't like pull on my hair too much. I can use it when it's wet or dry. It's just like a really great hairbrush. You can use it for blow drying if I want to blow dry my hair pin straight. And then I used the Olaplex bonding oil on my wet hair. And even though the Olaplex bonding oil provides heat protection, I still go in with a separate product that is mainly intended, its main function is a heat protectant. So I'm using the Tresemme Thermal Creations heat protectant, and I love this one. This is actually one of my favorite drugstore hair care products. So that is just what I used on my hair after the Olaplex bonding oil. So Olaplex bonding oil for like smoothness and like shine, and then the Tresemme Thermal Creations heat protectant for heat protection. Then I used the Dyson Airwrap to blow dry my hair. First, I did a rough blow dry until my hair was about 60 to 70% dry. Then I used the curling barrel that comes with the Airwrap, the widest one that comes in their updated set. This one is long already. So I know with their original Airwrap, the barrels that came with it were a little bit on the shorter side. And then if you wanted the ones for long hair, you had to go out and buy them separately. But for this new updated Airwrap, the curling barrels that come in the set, like the default ones, are just the long ones, which I think is awesome because why wouldn't they do that to begin with? Like you can use it on long hair or short hair versus the one that you can only use on short hair. I did pin curls, and if I'm doing pin curls on freshly washed hair with the Airwrap, I am doing it for the volume and the little flick at the ends because my hair currently does not hold a curl on clean hair unless it is day 2 or 3 hair. But if I just did a regular blow dry, my hair would be pin straight. It wouldn't really have much volume. So that's why I do pin curls. I know it looks like a lot of work for the result that I got, but trust me, if you have pin straight hair, you know that it takes a lot to get, our hair to have the flick at the ends that actually stays and then to have a little bit of volume, this method works effectively. And as you guys know, I had a keratin treatment done almost a year ago exactly. And although like the frizz is back at the bottom of my hair, and by the way, I have said this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. I am not going to get another one again, ever again. I think they're great if you want pin straight hair and if you want to get rid of frizz, but they're not for me. But anyway, I digress. The reason why I'm saying that is because that is why my hair doesn't hold a curl right now, at least the bottom part of my hair, because it still is like pin straight from the keratin treatment. Even though I have like the frizz back, I think the texture, the pin straightness, I think it is just going to be there indefinitely until I cut it off. And it kind of like weighs my hair down a little bit, I think, which is why it's like a little bit flatter at the top. But anyway, that's why I do this whole Dyson Airwrap pin curl thing. It just makes my hair look a lot more voluminous than it would otherwise. This was a really long video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if this video was purely relaxing for you to watch, and you have like no plans to do a pamper routine of your own, or if this video motivated you enough to go and do a pamper routine. And I hope if it did, I hope it's a nice pamper routine, and I hope that you get to, have some nice self-care and just relax and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love all of you, and I'll talk to you guys next time.